Vincent van Gogh, one of the most celebrated and tormented artists in history, was not only known for his strikingly vibrant paintings, but also for his intense battle with mental illness. Behind his swirling brushstrokes and vivid color palette lay a mind deeply scarred by depression, bipolar disorder, and borderline personality disorder. Van Gogh's struggles were often reflected in his personal letters, where he described his physical and emotional turmoil with raw honesty. He battled severe symptoms ranging from poor digestion and insomnia to hallucinations and nightmares, living through manic episodes that fueled his creativity and depressive states that consumed him with despair. His time at the Saint-Paul-de-Mosley Asylum in Saint-Remy, documented in the asylum register, shows the harrowing nature of his suffering, from absent-mindedness to anxiety and impotence. Yet, amid these tormenting experiences, Van Gogh's art became a profound expression of his inner world, capturing a unique perspective on life's beauty and pain. His story serves as a powerful reminder of the thin line between brilliance and madness, and the indomitable will to create even in the darkest times. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Masterpiece. Today we're diving into the life of Vincent van Gogh. Whether you're a longtime subscriber or this is your first time here, I'm thrilled to have you join me. In this video, we'll be exploring its characteristics. Vincent van Gogh's life was a complex tapestry of profound artistic brilliance and deep emotional turbulence. Born on March 30th, 1853 in Zundert, Netherlands, Vincent was the son of Theodorus van Gogh, a Protestant pastor, and Anna Cornelia Carbentus. From his earliest years, Vincent displayed a contemplative and intense nature that would later define both his personal struggle and his artistic genius. As a child, Vincent was quiet and serious, often lost in his own thoughts. He showed an early sensitivity to the world around him, a trait that would later become both a source of incredible creative inspiration and profound emotional pain. His childhood was marked by a deep introspection that set him apart from his peers. While other children played and laughed, Vincent observed the world with an intensity that hinted at the depth of feeling that would eventually pour out through his art. The seeds of Van Gogh's artistic journey were planted slowly and painfully. Before becoming an artist, he worked in various professions that seemed to highlight his perpetual sense of not quite belonging. He was an art dealer, a teacher, and even a missionary, each role revealing his passionate nature, but ultimately proving unsatisfactory. These early experiences were characterized by a profound sense of displacement and emotional struggle that would become central to his later artistic expression. Van Gogh's mental health challenges began to emerge more prominently during these formative years. What we now understand as likely bipolar disorder and potentially other mental health conditions manifested as periods of intense depression, anxiety, and emotional volatility. These were not merely moments of sadness, but deep, consuming experiences that threatened to overwhelm him completely. It was in art that Vincent found his most powerful form of communication and healing. When he finally committed to painting in 1881, it was not just a career choice, but a lifeline. His early works were stark and honest, depicting the lives of peasants and workers with a raw empathy that spoke to his own feelings of isolation and struggle. Paintings like The Potato Eaters captured the harsh realities of rural life with a depth that went far beyond mere representation. His brother Theo became his most crucial support during these years. More than a financial supporter, Theo was Vincent's emotional anchor. Their correspondence reveals a profound brotherly love, with Theo providing not just monetary support, but consistent emotional encouragement during Vincent's most challenging times. Their letters paint a picture of a relationship built on deep mutual understanding and unconditional love. The move to Paris in 1886 marked a transformative period in Van Gogh's artistic development. Here, he was exposed to the emerging impressionist movement, which dramatically influenced his approach to color and light. The vibrant artistic community challenged and inspired him, helping him break free from the darker, more somber palette of his earlier work. It was during this time that he began to develop the distinctive style that would later make him famous, bold, expressive, brushstrokes, and intense, almost visceral use of color. Van Gogh's mental health challenges became increasingly prominent during this period. His episodes of mental distress were not simply moments of sadness, but intense psychological experiences that threatened to consume him. The most famous manifestation came in December 1888 when, during a psychotic episode, he infamously cut off part of his own ear following a dramatic confrontation with his friend and fellow artist, Paul Gauguin. This incident was not just a moment of madness, but a profound expression of his internal struggle. For Van Gogh, art became a mechanism of survival, a way to channel his intense emotions, to make sense of his internal chaos, and to find some form of peace. His paintings during this period, including his renowned self-portraits, became windows into his psychological state. each brushstroke a testament to his emotional intensity. The period at Saint-Rémy Psychiatric Hospital was both a low point and a remarkably productive time. Confined but not defeated, Van Gogh created some of his most famous works during this time, including The Starry Night. These paintings were more than artistic expressions. They were psychological landscapes, capturing the turbulent inner world of a mind wrestling with profound emotional challenges. Van Gogh understood his mental health struggles in a way that was remarkably ahead of his time. He saw his condition not as a weakness, but as a different way of experiencing the world. His art became a bridge between his internal experiences and the external world, allowing him to communicate the depth of his emotional experience in a way words could never capture. The intensity of his emotional experiences was matched only by the intensity of his artistic vision. His paintings of sunflowers, wheat fields, and cypress trees were not mere representations, but emotional experiences transformed into visual poetry. Each painting was an act of translation, converting his internal emotional landscape into color, form, and movement. Tragically, Van Gogh's life ended on July 29, 1890, when he died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound. He was just 37 years old. Yet in his short life, he had created approximately 2,100 artworks, including 860 oil paintings. More importantly, he had created a new language of artistic expression that would influence generations of artists to come. Van Gogh's approach to his mental health was, in many ways, revolutionary. In an era when mental illness was poorly understood and often stigmatized, he approached his experiences with a raw honesty that was both courageous and profound. His art became a form of self-therapy, a way of processing and understanding his emotional experiences. Today, Van Gogh is recognized not just as a brilliant artist, but as a complex human being who transformed his psychological struggles into extraordinary artistic achievement. His life serves as a powerful testament to the potential for creativity to emerge from emotional pain and to the human capacity for resilience and expression. The romantic notion of the tortured artist often overshadows the nuanced reality of Van Gogh's experience. He was not simply a victim of his mental health challenges, but an active, creative force who used art as a means of understanding and expressing his internal world. His legacy is not just in his paintings, but in his profound demonstration of how art can be a powerful form of emotional communication and healing. And there you have it. I hope you found this video helpful and learned something new. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more content like this. Don't forget to hit that notification bell to stay updated. If you have any questions or topics you'd like me to cover next, make sure to drop them in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.